Hello, beautiful. I'm Zokai, your badass coach and sacred disruptor. And let's just have a little talk. Okay, we're gonna do this masterclass, but I want to have a little chat with you first because I know, you've been journaling, you've been meditating, you've even cried, but still, when you look in the mirror, you don't see the woman that you're becoming, right? And this today is your moment to return to your reflection with power and reverence and beauty and pleasure, right? I'm going to teach a masterclass today called Luxury Reprogramming. And in this masterclass, I'm going to teach you how to rebuild your confidence, your sensuality, your spiritual presence through luxury healing using my 3-step progress. Okay, let's start let me share my screen so we can get started. Okay, go ahead and grab your notes because I have mine. If you see me glancing down, I'm just looking at some things so I don't forget nothing. Okay. So this is a masterclass for women. Again, rebuilding your confidence, your sensuality, and your spiritual power with Zokai. That's me, your luxury rebirth mentor. Let me get to the screen so I can go to the next slide. That would be helpful. So you're not being fixed, you are being remembered. And I want you to think about that as you go on your journey, that this is not about fixing you but this is about you remembering who you really are and who you're becoming. Okay. And what we're going to cover today is why your beauty rituals are the key to healing identity trauma, how your image, posture, and scent are blocking your next level, the ritual of becoming her. So it's my framework for sacred reinvention. And then we're going to do a live mirror activation just to help you connect with your inner siren. Okay. This is for you if you've been through a divorce or emotional upheaval or religious deconstruction. This is for you if you're done with just surviving. I know we all know what that feels like, and you're ready to embody your next chapter. This is for you if you want your style, your confidence, your energy to really match the woman that you truly are. You know, that woman that you feel on the inside, that woman that you daydream about, her. That's who we talking about. This is for you if you secretly crave elegance, power, and softness without apology. The version of you that you're trying to embody cannot exist in that same wardrobe. It cannot exist with that same poor posture or the scent of your past life. I know we be trying to bring all this stuff over with us, but we can't do that. It's not going to work. It's not going to fit. Let's talk about why beauty first rituals heal identity trauma. So let's define it. Identity trauma, it isn't just about what happened to you, but it's about what you were told to become in order to be safe. Be smaller, they said. Be softer. Be sexless, they said. Always smile. Be submissive. Be silent. I used to get that all the time. So I'm originally from Chicago, and not that I was unhappy, but it's cold, right? It's really cold, and nobody just walking around smiling. You're trying to get to your destination. You're trying to make sure you're safe. You're trying to make sure you don't miss your train. You ain't thinking about putting no smile on your face, and it was always some man walking up to you, smile, baby girl. Why you not smiling? Oh, put your like, please shut up, sir. Okay. But those were all the things that they told us to become because that's what's pleasing to other people. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe they kept telling you to be strong, to be unbothered, to be independent, be pretty, but not provocative, always on, right? And so then you built a life that really just kept you accepted, but not fully embodied. You were pretty, but you were definitely disconnected. You may have been accomplished, but still felt empty. You could have been visible, but you never felt like you were really being seen. And this is why we begin with beauty, because we don't start it as vanity, but as a reclamation. So let's talk about some examples of this. When you glide on a red lip with reverence, you're not just getting ready, you are literally remembering. It's a whole ritual. Think about how people react to you when you put on a red lip. It's a difference. Even how you react to yourself when you're looking in the mirror and you put that lip on, baby, you like, yes, she has arrived, right? Or when you're oiling up your skin, you're signaling to your nervous system that your body is worth touching gently. And when you throw away the modest dress that made you shrink and replace it with a silk that moves with you, ooh, you are then reprogramming your past in real time. And that's what we're here for. So the nervous system and sensuality. I know some of y'all getting a little nervous. Like, what does the nervous system have to do with sensuality? Well, your nervous system holds the memories of who you had to be. It will flinch when you wear something too bold. It will tighten when you say, I deserve more. Or it will dim your light if your body still thinks that safety equals invisibility. How many of you all are struggling with that? This is why sensuality heals faster than strategy. Let's think about it. This is what this looks like. When you're deep breathing while touching your collarbone before a sales call, it could look like wearing perfume that triggers a new memory of joy instead of shame. It could look like walking slower, speaking from your womb and not from worry. Your confidence doesn't come from doing more. I know that's what we've been told, and that's probably what you think and believe, but that's not true. It comes from feeling safe in your own expression. The loss of sacred adornment. Hustle and modesty culture strips us of rituals. That's a fact. Your robe is a prayer, your lip is a declaration. Your beauty is a frequency and your power recognizes. These are all statements that I want you to write down or screenshot and put it up somewhere so that you can remember this. You used to adorn yourself, and now you only get ready if there's a reason. Have you been through that? I know that's how I felt when I first went through my divorce and I was back in my parents' basement. I was just getting ready. I was just going through the motions because I had to go somewhere. I had to take the kids here, or I had to be at work, or I had to do this or that, or I had to go to church with them because that's what they said. But outside of that, I wasn't really adorning myself. I wasn't making it holy for me. I was just going through the motions. But somewhere, in that hustle culture, that girl boss pressure that we like to put on ourselves, or the religious conditioning, we traded sacred ritual for survival routine. And that's not cool. But nobody taught you that your head wrap could be an energetic shield, did they? Nobody taught you that your earrings could really be a crown or your robe could be a prayer. These are new things that we are now reteaching ourselves. We are reframing all of those old stories that they taught us. We're unlearning that and we're learning this if nobody ever taught you these things. Beauty is not the enemy of depth, it's the portal. It's what calls your divinity into the room before you even start speaking. The version of you you're trying to embody cannot exist in the wardrobe, posture, or scent of your past life. Screenshot this and post it to your social media because we really need to get this message out to everybody. It just cannot work. It will not work. And these are things that we often overlook because who cares about what we have on or our posture or what we smell like? But it's important. It's all an energetic signature and frequency that we're emitting. Okay, let's get into the ritual of becoming her framework. So now that you have cracked open the structure, right? We want you to understand that we can do this in three parts. Now, this is where luxury healing becomes your sacred strategy, okay? We reprogram. We don't just talk a whole bunch of stuff that sounds cute and, oh, this sounds trendy, so let's say this. No, we're doing the work. We are reprogramming. We don't just manifest, but we embody. Okay, so the step one is ritual reprogramming. You are your altar, not your crystals, not your journals, not your books, all the stuff that you're learning. That's not the altar. You are. So what we include is we do mirror work for identity realignment. We do sensual breath work to release some stored shame. We do ancestral beauty offerings to break generational suppression. And we do daily intention anchoring with luxury level rituals. Because I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty sure if you're here, if you're a badass, or if you're in the Zokai world, then you love luxury. You're all about all things luxurious, right? And so we even want to heal. We even want to level up in a luxurious way. So I want you to think about some examples of how you can do this, how you can incorporate step one, the reprogramming. When you look into the mirror each morning, I want you to say, I am sacred, I am seen, I lead. And while you're washing your face, because you should be doing that every day, I want you to affirm, I cleanse the mask I was told to wear. And if you're doing this correctly, you're going to feel that go through your body. You're going to feel it go all the way down to your toes and come back up to your head because that's a real thing. We have been programmed to put on these masks every day, and it's time to take it off. Okay, the second framework is sacred style embodiment. Your look is not optional, it's the first layer of your leadership. So, what I teach is style archetypes based on your rebirth season, scent coding to anchor moods and money frequencies, color magic to activate softness or power, depending on your day. So, a few examples of how this could look for you is if you're leading a call, you want to wear some structured silhouette clothing, like a blazer that's structured and it fits your frame perfectly. You want to put on a grounding scent, whatever that is for you. It might be patchouli, or for some people, it might be rosemary or jasmine, whatever makes you feel grounded, sacred, and safe. That's what you want to put on when you're leading a call. If you're going to create some content, you have your YouTube channel or your Instagram page, or you're on TikTok. You want to do something flowy, like a flowy top, like this one. You want to put on some cinnamon or citrus oil for that magnetic energy. Because ladies and men, if you're watching, style is strategy, okay? And you want to approach it as such because you don't need more followers, you need a frequency. Who cares if you have 1 million followers and nobody's doing anything? Nobody's purchasing anything, nobody's transforming, you're not changing any lives. It doesn't matter. And that's what happens when you're not on the right frequency. But when you treat your style as something sacred, then you'll get on that frequency. And then the third pillar is luxury life integration, because knowing these things is very different from actually integrating these things into your life. And I want you all to know that softness is not weakness, it's a strategy. All right, so let's get into how we do this. We upgrade. So we upgrade your daily rhythm with beauty rituals instead of burnout routines, because life is already doing that by itself. We don't need more burnout routines. We need beauty rituals. We upgrade your space so you can have a sacred, clutter-free environments that seduce you back to yourself. Nothing like, maybe it's just me. Y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments if this is you too. It's nothing like when you have a fresh, clean room and you have fresh wash sheets and you put them on and they feel good and they smell good. Everything's vacuumed. The clothes are put away and you light that candle, your favorite one that smells so good, and you get in that bed. There is no better feeling than that, right? Let me know in the comments if that's you. So that's what we do. We upgrade that so that you can consistently have that as a part of your luxury lifestyle and not just something you can see other people talk about and look at. Then we upgrade your expectations. So not more, but deeper, curated, intentional. So what this can look like for you is you light a candle before you answer your emails. You keep your home smelling like rose and not reactivity. You begin your day with oils and affirmations and not just to-do lists. Your lifestyle must reflect the power you actually carry. And inside of the sanctum, we're actually going to start morning mirror meditations every day Sunday through Saturday at 6:30 a.m., where you can literally start your day with oils and affirmations. Your lifestyle must reflect the power that you actually carry. And sometimes we need a little reminder that we actually carry power, right? So, this is just a little reminder of the ritual reprogramming that you want to start doing. It's the mirror work, the sensual breath work, daily anchoring rituals, ancestral beauty offerings, because you are the altar. And then some sacred style embodiment that we talked about. Archetypes and style energy, scent coding for magnetism, color magic for power and softness. Your look is the first layer of your spell. And then the luxury life integration. So soft, sacred rhythms, pleasure-led rituals, curated daily lifestyle, because softness is not weakness, it's strategic. Okay, let's get into the mirror activation. I want you to go and get either a mirror or you can look in your camera phone. And I'll give you a moment to do that. Just pause here if you're watching the replay. Go grab your things so we can get started. Okay. Now, we are not doing this to be cute, but we're doing this to remember. I want you to look at yourself, not as you were, but as you are becoming. Get a clear picture of who she is, what she looks like, what does she wear, how does she move, what moves her, what does she do on a daily? Is she rushed or does she take her time? Then I want you to notice the light in your eyes. Notice the places that you've judged yourself. Now soften, smile even slightly. And I want you to say this incantation. I release the woman I outgrew. I reclaim the beauty of my becoming. I rebuild my image in honor of the divine I now embody. Let's breathe that in. That feels good, right? Okay. I'm trying to get back to my slides. Give me 1 second. This is why you shouldn't have a gajillion tabs opened when you're trying to do a presentation. So if this masterclass woke up something in you, I don't want you to shrink it down. I don't want you to be like, oh, that was just another something. I felt something, but now let me keep moving. No, don't foul it away. Like, this is your signal that your rebirth is not someday, but it's literally now. So inside the Badass Sanctum, we don't just coach, but we transform. And you'll receive inside of their monthly rituals, beauty first embodiment lessons. You get power principles weekly. And then you have your daily meditations with your morning meditations for the mirror activations, affirmations, and mantras. That was a mouthful. And then most importantly, you get a sacred community of women who are doing the same things that you are doing. And we're all doing it together and building up this electric energy that is the perfect environment for transformation, for becoming that woman that you saw earlier, right? And I just want to invite you that if you're ready to rebuild the full version of her that you saw, the Badass Blueprint is included in your annual membership. And that's where we really go through the framework step by step, and we really get into it and really integrate it into your new luxury lifestyle. Okay. If you're ready, not just to glow, but to guide and lead and then live from your sacred power, then I'll see you in the sanctum. Now, the membership cost is only $99 a month. Or if you ready and you like, no, I need transformation right now and you are all in, then it's $950 for the year and the blueprint is included in there. I hope that this really got you thinking about some things and really tapped on that inside part of you that you have been knowing that you should do something about, but you just needed a little push to get there, right? I hope this was your push, and I definitely hope to see you on the inside as one of my sanctum sirens. Until next time, badasses, I will see you later. Ciao.